away for your weekend as soon as possible. And we've just watched a video a short while ago at the Cash Open about the open outcry. And the idea there is, of course, to give you a bit more of a feeling about some of the things we do talk about in the classroom, some of the things that interns do go through as a matter of course. The bawling, the shouting, the pushing, the pulling, of course, is part and parcel of that game. It's part and parcel of pretty much anybody that's ever been involved in that game in the past from a professional point of view. The idea that you don't suffer fools too readily and therefore perhaps sometimes a little bit on the hot side when people don't do things right. Because when people don't do things right, it's not just a phone call that fixes things. You lose potentially a lot of money. You heard an error cost somebody $1.5 million, and that's not going to be something that's taken too lightly. A $1.5 million loss, so an error. So therefore, when we do bawl and shout, it's usually because that's the way we've been wired because of basically the length of time spent trading. And it does drive. The woman in the video, Leslie, said herself, is it healthy? No, it's not healthy. Nobody claims that you're going to get healthy by doing this. It's not healthy at all. It drives a lot of emotions. It drives a lot of anger and feelings and a lot of elation at times as well. It tests your emotions to the maximum. And a lot of people aren't prepared for that emotional testing, which is why we have to prepare people for it. And I think I made mention of this actually in a conversation we had about sergeant majors on the drill square. If you get somebody that starts crying because a sergeant major shouted at them, just imagine their reaction when their best pal beside them just gets an arm blown off or something like that. They fail to be able to function properly as a soldier. And when they fail to function properly, they don't just put themselves in jeopardy, they put their whole entire unit in jeopardy. So therefore, you try and weed those people out early as quickly as possible. If they get upset with one small people shouting at things, trading is not the right place to be. Because when the shooting starts, you want somebody that will get the sleeves rolled up, who will put their head above the parapet and will take their shot, knowing that it could be painful, knowing in the military sense, it could lose them their lives. So they've still got to have that confidence that when they do put their head above the parapet, that they've got the tools, that they've got the confidence, and they've got the